We're live. Let's see how it goes. With all the emails I got, it better be good. And if not, I have other things I could do. One person already left. Good. Damn, that did not take long at all. Oh no, it's that guy. I hate that guy. Hey, people that just dropped in, welcome. I'm back after 2 weeks hiatus. To the person that just left. What y'all been up to? Mickey, what's up, man? And then there was Bob. Yes, there was. How you doing, buddy? Hope you are well. Hey, Precious. Wow. Going back to lunch. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for dropping in. It's been a long time since I saw you. Oh, I appreciate that so much. Hope everyone's doing well. I've been working on the farm. This week I've been cutting trees, and I'll be cutting more trees tomorrow. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. My vision's a little screwed up right now. Hey, Terry, what's up? Gotta go cook before the house goes up in flames. It has been a while. I'm great except for a little bit of vision change. They put me on some medication. It screwed up my eyes a little bit. I'm hoping it comes back. Precious removed her message. But other than that, I am fantastic. Unless I wake up rich and handsome, I could not be any better at this point. Oh. I have 2 jobs as well. Thank you. Have a great day, Precious. But yeah, I'm doing fantastic health-wise. What the hell? I fix that. I do not know. Maybe. I got a lot of work I'm doing, but we'll see. I've been trying, but work. Yeah, I think it has been about like 2 months I did a reaction. I know it's been a whole minute. Hey, new people. Yeah, I guess I'll keep my glasses on so I can see. Yay, my mom's watching. Thanks, Mom. Let's see. When's the last time I reacted to something? Yeah. Been over 2 months. 9 weeks. Oh, hell no, I didn't run out of stuff to react to. I got tons of stuff to react to. I got stuff I'm not going to react to. There's plenty of stuff, just reactions right now are not doing that well. People don't seem to be as interested in that. Uh, Plus, they've been watching all my old videos more than they've been watching the new ones. So I get a lot of dumbass comments from back when I had a shitty camera and I would shoot all my videos in one day. So I would yawn. Why are you yawning so much? What difference does that make? I'm grown up. I got work to do. Oh, wow. Huh. I can do both of those. Not super good, not as good as I once was, but I can do both of them, but not there. Ah, wow. Put my glasses on and see, yeah, I can see me. I look great on that monitor. I hope y'all are seeing that and not what I see here. That monitor looks great. Mm-mm-mm. So anybody been up to anything interesting? Oh, I already know that. Yeah, I scroll through every now and then to see if there's anything decent, or people will send me recommendations, and when I check it out, I'm like, nope, not doing that. Uh, hey Jake, what's up, buddy? Ain't seen you in a long time. Ah, yep. Okay, now NF I'm still interested in, but yeah, Terry, I tried to tell all those little kids, but no, I'm stupid old man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yep, 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 yep. Every one of the um, Polo G and Lil TJ. I recently checked out some of their stuff, and it's just gross. Yeah, Mickey, I cannot stand country rap. I I despise that. And something you may find odd, I don't like country rock either. Now, there's some country songs that are kind of rocking that I'm okay with, but as a whole, country needs to be country. I like country way back from about the early 90s back. And I know because I've heard older country guys talk about it that like the guys from the 70s hated the guys from the 80s, what they were doing in music, and then the guys from the 80s hated what the guys from the 90s were doing in music. So I know it's a gradual transition, but that country rap is just gross. Jake, I am doing fantastic, dude. I am physically in better shape than when I was in my early 20s. I'm doing great. I'm holding steady with my weight. Everything's good. I feel fantastic all the time. Yeah, see, I don't get that, dude. Uh, I don't like everything either one of them does, but when people say they hate them, I find that so bizarre. It's kind of like when the I hate Nickelback train took off. Nickelback is an outstanding band. So how that trend even got started was beyond me. Tom McDonald's is more talented rap wise than a lot of the rap artists out there that people worship. And they're just, oh, they're so great. Yeah. Um, you're close on that, Mickey. There is a female that I've reacted to, and she does old style country, and she does it really well. Her name is May Estes. I was originally told that she was Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman's daughter. She is not. She's from Indiana. Oh no, I appear to be corny? We all have our opinions, buddy. Um, hey, that's over half the battle, Jake. Waking up and getting out of bed is over half the battle. Yeah, like I said, Terry, we all have our own opinions. There's people that you love that I don't. So, I mean, and that doesn't make me right and you wrong, or and in your case, it doesn't make you right and me wrong. It's just opinions, what we all like. Like I always say, some people like liver and some people don't. I damn sure don't. Nope, that's what I said. I literally said that. Yep. Uh, very few things I judge people over as far as their opinion. There's I have a loyal follower on Instagram that we have very different opinions on certain things, but he thinks I'm funny, so that's exactly what I use it for, Mickey. That's all I do use it for. It is an outstanding catfish bait. But you won't ever catch me putting that shit in my mouth. But then again, since I don't eat meat, I don't go fishing anymore because I am not one of those catch and release guys. I think that is stupid. Now, if it's too small, yes, release it. But I am not catch and release. That'd be as dumb as going out deer hunting and you catch the deer and let him go, or you just kind of wing him and let him go. I don't think I could do noodling, dude. I would stick my hand in the wrong hole for sure. But on top of that, you stick your hand in there and get a catfish that pulls you under. Nah, I'm good. Hey, Keith, what's up, buddy? I can see it a lot better with my glasses on right now. Oh yeah, that is scary. I've watched those videos, and there's little girl. Not when I say little girls, little women, small, short women out there doing it. They're pretty tough. Um, I like him. I wouldn't call him the goat, in my opinion. I wouldn't call him the goat, but yeah, I like him. Well, I liked some of his stuff. I can't say I liked like him. Um, yeah, I like catfish. I've never been a big bass fan. Yeah, I'm in that same category, Jake. Yep. And that snapping turtle will take your damn finger off quickly. I ain't trying to do that. I ain't trying to stick my hand in that hole with a snake either. The hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I think I remember that. I remember right. His name is Terry as well. I don't know if he sells it or not. He sent it to me, but he's supposed to be here today. Him and Brandy, if they can get in. Uh, but you can ask him, or I can email him and ask him. Hey man, how you doing? Man, I'm glad to see y'all showing up. Oh, this medication they put me on. Uh, oh, I am doing fantastic, outstanding. I only took the medication for a week because it started messing up my vision, so I don't take it anymore. But everything else is good, so I don't need it anyways. Mission Soul is a family band that does great covers. I have not heard of them. Um, hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Wow, look at that. Everybody's showing up. Are you serious? There's one of these shirts in South Africa? Huh. Um, this may sound weird. If I go to a bar to watch a cover band, I'm usually good with it. But as far as bands making national waves, it's not that I don't like covers, but I don't want to I prefer to see a band do their own music to get my feel for them, and then when they cover something, I'm okay with it. I'm kind of weird about that. Well, hey, Mark, third time's a charm, buddy. We're glad you're here. Hope you're doing as well as you can be. Um, yeah, it's kind of odd because I mean, there's bands and there's a lot of cover songs that we all like that most of us didn't even know were cover songs. I was just having this conversation. That's why that came up. Uh, Two of Heart's biggest hits are literally cover songs, but I didn't know they weren't their songs. Uh, but once I get into a band, I'm interested in their covers. But I prefer to hear your music that's you because it's really easy, especially these days with the talent of kids. Uh, you make a good living being a cover, and I'm not shitting on bands. There's a Van Halen cover band I really want to see. Uh, and it's odd because I'm not a huge Van Halen fan. Uh, but uh, so they call them tribute bands. I'm sorry. There's some tribute bands I'd like to see. They make a good living. They tour the world doing it. Um, Keith, I think that's the same. Is that the band? Let me Google and look real quick. Yeah. Uh, um, yes, that's Keith. That's the band I was thinking of. I had to make sure that was their name. I actually follow them on. I can't remember if it's TikTok or Instagram or maybe both. But yeah, they do outstanding. So there's a couple of Iron Maiden tribute bands that are great, and to include the all female Iron Maidens, they're outstanding as well. um, I think I have them on my list. I think somebody just suggested them to me. Yeah, Mark, I've always been that way. I enjoy cover bands, especially when they're good. But yeah, I even prefer shitty original bands over cover bands. That's what I was gonna say. Who is that? Mickey. A lot of people don't know that "I Love Rock and Roll" is a cover. Her biggest hit, and it's a cover song. It was done by an all-male band in, I think, 77? 77 or 78, but that's a cover song. "Mickey" by Tony Basil is a cover song. "Girls Just Wanna Have Fun" is a cover song. Have I heard "Eyes of the Nile"? I don't think so, Jake. I've been really crazy busy, and the weird thing about on the farm, there's a cell tower, and I get shitty reception, so I have to listen to my music that's on my phone, so that's pretty much all I listen to while I'm out there, so I don't get to listen to anything. I don't get to, like, listen to iHeartRadio or anything like that and get anything new. Uh, so I don't think I've heard of them. Keith, is that a did they do a good cover of that? Because to be honest, I'm so sick of living on a prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive that I literally turn the station as soon as I hear them come on. Oh, y however, I do remember the original version, and that is my favorite version of it. Uh, Van Halen did good, David Bowie and Mick Jagger did good, but I love the original version of Dancing in the Streets. Jake, if you would, send me a couple of suggestions for songs, that way I'm not, like, picking the wrong song, because I am notorious for that. Somebody goes, "Just pick one, there's not a bad song in it," and I happen to pick the bad song. Alright, Mark, I'll check it out. I'm not gonna react to it, but I'll check it out. Well, of course, they look better. It's not hard to look better than Bon Jovi, especially these days. I never saw the appeal of him. He had great hair, but I never saw the appeal of him, while those girls loved him so much. In their younger days, I think Richie Sambora probably looked better than John Bon, but I'm a dude, so my opinion don't really count. Actually, thinking about it, I think John and what's his name, Brian, the keyboardist, I think they were the two least attractive guys in the band. Hell yeah. And there is a band that I just heard cover a Van Halen song, I mean, a Motley Crue song, and that singer sounded like original Vince Neil, which Vince has never really been a great vocalist, but he the studio work made him a great vocalist. Not great, but a good metal vocalist. But I've seen him live enough to say, yeah. But yeah, I despise hearing Vince Neil and the fact that he's charging people all that money. But he could only charge if people were paying it. And those dumbasses that are out there paying to see Vince Neil butcher those songs, shame on you. And the people that defend Vince Neil, DLR, oh, they're legends. And they need to go out legends. They're becoming jokes. Or not becoming, they are huge jokes. They cannot sing. Rob Halford's starting to slip. And I've had people go, no, he sounds great. No, he doesn't. No, I did not see that. I'm not a huge Bon Jovi fan. I like, and matter of fact, my favorite song was their first hit. Yeah, but Bob Seger retired, so. Uh, and they said he stays out of the public eye as much as he can now. But I gotta give it to him because he quit. And that's a smart way to do it. But and John Bon is fixing to rip people off. He had vocal surgery and he's gonna come and do another tour. I wouldn't go if I won tickets, I wouldn't go see him. Because in all honesty, he wasn't that great back in the day. Good entertainer, but not a great vocalist. In his prime, live, without all the studio magic, Axl Rose was actually a better live vocalist than John Bon was. And you can look at videos on YouTube to show then and now. I mean, live versus studio. Back in the day, he could lay it down. And when I shit on Vincent Hill, he was good. The first 2 times I saw them live, he was good. Who else? I think Def Leppard needs to stop. They had toned down like almost a whole step. They're playing in a key that Joe could sing in, but I just saw a new video, and I think it's about time for them to stop too. You've made enough money. I realize it's what you do. I mean, guys like Alice Cooper, they still sound good. Oh yeah, I don't like that at all. Because I'm not even curious. I don't want to hear old artists doing new music. I prefer to keep them where they're at as far as in my mind. Oh, John 5, I like him as a guitar player, but he is not a good fit for Motley Crue. He's not. I mean, he's just a hired gun. But it's not unfortunate. I like John 5. I used to follow him until some I can't remember what it was that made me stop following him. I used to watch him because he posts videos every day playing. He's a phenomenal guitarist. DJ Ashba is a great guitarist, and DJ Ashba, even though he's played on Motley Crue albums, oh yeah, Loverboy. I just saw a video of them too. They need to stop. That is ridiculous. I mean, I get it. You need money, but make appearances, have little get-togethers, and show videos of back in the day. Take pictures. Those guys make shitloads of money for their meet and greets. Just do meet and greets. Stop embarrassing yourselves. Well, I don't know that they're embarrassed because you see a lot of those guys that are out there just acting like they're in their heyday. Now, some of them you can see just going through the motions. I think the Scorpions, and they need to stop too. I love the Scorpions, but they need to stop as well. Klaus Meine and I just found out his name is pronounced Mine. I've always pronounced it Miney, but it's Mine. And the reason I know that is I heard him say it out of his own mouth. But they've had a good run. They've been doing it since I think 64 or 65. They've been around as long as the Stones have. Not the current version, but that's a long ass run. Alice Cooper still sounds good. Ace Frehley had reached his point, which did I see? I don't know who that is, dude. Zilke? Or I don't think I know who it is. I don't recognize the name right off the top of my head live while we're here. So if I do know who it is, sorry, I did not see the new song. Oh, I haven't checked the delay or the lag. 1001, 1002, 1000, about a 3-second lag. So I'm going to say no, Keith, I have not. Oh, I didn't see the song, but I do know who we're talking about. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was saying earlier. It looks great on that monitor, which is what I hope y'all are seeing. But my monitor here that I watch live, that's under my camera, it looks a little pale. But that one over there looks great. Oh, yeah, that's who that is. I do know who it is, but no, I have not heard it. I've been seeing a lot of pictures of Miho pop up lately. I can relate to big clumsy fingers, Keith. I was told when I was a kid when I first started playing guitar, you'll never make a good guitar finger player with those fingers. Really? Roy Clark says otherwise. That dude had sausages for fingers. One of the best ever to pick up a guitar. It's weird. I've been seeing a lot more people get into Jerry Reed, Roy Clark, Glenn Campbell. These guys are great. Yep. Three of the best to ever pick up a guitar, bar none. Oh, you were not impressed with the song? Ooh, the plot thickens. Now I have to check it out. Wow, for Mark to say that? Wow, we lost 2 people. Bye. Don't let the internet hit you where the good Lord split you. Oh. I have not seen it. I know it's out, but I have not seen it because I wanted to react to it. I do have plans on reacting. I literally, guys, I have literally just been crazy ass busy. I mean, I did FO today. Took a little break, but I got to be back at it tomorrow. I got trees to cut on the farm. Saturday, I got to replace my rotors, rear brakes, and rear shocks on my car. I took off from my job so I can do that on Saturday. And then I have to go to work Sunday and Monday at my job that I don't like. I mean, I like the job. I don't like the people running the place. Wow, I ran somebody else off. Oh, I'm trying to look sad, but I'm not. As long as I got my friends here talking to me, I'm good. Got anything you want to know? Anything else you want to know? So far, I've been given a whole bunch of no's. How sad. Somebody came back to see if I was doing something different. I bet he was. Maybe that's why he's not here. He's still. And they probably weren't as close to the edge as it looked. Get the right camera angles. I mean, they're stars, so they're not going to. Stars do fall. I've been watching a lot of interviews with Matthew McConaughey. I'm going to actually buy both his book and his book of poems. That dude is way deep. I thought he was going to flame out when he first took off. Got a little crazy, and he said, for 2 years he went out, way out, and then he pulled himself back in. They use drones. That's smart. But man, I wonder if I can adjust my. I wonder if that's what's wrong with my. Let's do this live while y'all are watching. Oh, I don't want eye saver mode. Is that what's on my damn? All right, picture. Brightness, Samsung Magic. Ooh, dynamic contrast. That doesn't look very dynamic to me. Standard looks kind of bleh. I don't know. Is that looking? Oh wait, that's not going to look any different to y'all. This is for me. Wait, what the hell? Oh, HDMI black level. Well, hell, that don't look any. Low looks better, huh? Weird, huh? That's weird. Oh, okay. Let's see. Um, Yeah, I love NF. It's not that I love everything he does, but the majority of his music, his skill set is next level. All right. I do not have much to talk about. It sucks to have to depend on friends for rides. I am thankful I have friends that can give me rides. I understand, Mark. I have been in those shoes before. Um, okay. Oh my God, I just finished reading Green Lights. Oh, yeah, that's one of Matthew's books that I want to get. That dude, man, he is deep, and I really enjoy him. Um, yes, Keith, Billy Corgan. You do know that he's related to Bill Burr, the comedian, right? Same father, different moms. And Bill Burr was pissed. Howie Mandel put him on the spot. He did not know that Billy was going, but once you find out and you see them, you know. Oh yeah, he is a great actor, Jake. I've always liked him, but like I said, I just thought he was going to flame out really early because he doesn't live far from me. Uh, so he got in a little trouble early on, just being a star, doing young star things. Not he didn't hurt anybody, nothing like that. Um, but I guess I kind of get it when your career launches like that. You go a little wild, especially when you're young. But he said in that interview, he said he gave himself 2 years, and he's like, "That's enough of this." So, but yeah, he's a deep individual, very cool, very respectful. My daughter actually met him at she was working for a EMS service, and they worked the UT football game, and she rode the elevator down with him. And she said, I asked her if she asked him anything, or talked to him, and she said, no. I was shocked that he was on the elevator with us, and he just asked me if we are working hard, and all I could do is say, yes, or all right, something like that, whatever she said. Oh, wouldn't that be something? I've seen him he does podcasts, but I don't know if he'd come sit here next to me. That'd be kind of weird, huh? So, Matthew, and you got to call him Matthew. He does not go by Matt. He got in trouble for that as a kid. His name is Matthew. It's biblical, which I respect. That's how my one of my brothers, his son's name is Matthew, and it's Matthew, not Matt, not Maddie, Matthew. And his daughter that's named Samantha is Samantha. Don't call her Sam or anything like that. Man, it's getting warm in here. But then again, I do have a shitload of lights on me. We got 3 behind me, 4 in front of me. Hey, you can actually see some of them. See right there, my glasses. Uh, I get that, Mark. When I was in the 3rd grade, hey, Spec, what's up, buddy? When I was in the 3rd grade, uh, John Dewall and, or maybe I'm not supposed to say their names on air. A guy named John and Mark. I can't remember Mark's last name, but those 3 were the favorites. So she called them Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, even though the one guy's name was not Luke. So I get that. Yeah, my mom wanted to name me Richard Sean, and I told her I'm pretty sure everyone would call me Dick instead of Rick, Ricky, Rich, anything like that. They would choose that. And as she pointed out, I've probably been called that a lot anyways, and she's spot on. I've been called that a lot without it being my name. So hang on a minute. Don't go nowhere. Hey, 2 people left. I told y'all not to go anywhere. What the hell? Oh, shit. 3 people now. Wow. Is that a green pillowcase? No, it is not. It's part of my green screen. I didn't need it as long as it was. I didn't need it, so I cut that off and sewed it. I made so a slip cover is what we'll call it. Damn, I lost 4 people. But no, it's not a pillowcase. I actually made a slip cover to go over my chair because it's black. And it looked weird on the green screen. So this way, when I actually have a scene behind me, it cuts that out. So then it looks like I'm just floating. Oh. I wonder if those 4 people thought, well, shit, he's leaving. I'm leaving too. That's good. Another update, man. I don't want any more updates. I'm so sick of updates. Seems like every time I turn around, they're updating my damn computer. Wow. All right. 2 more of you leave. I'll shut this shit off and go do something else. Unless y'all keep talking. If you keep talking, I'll stay. No, keep talking, Mark. Don't leave. They are. I agree 100%. But every time I turn around, they're doing an update. And every time they update it, it screws up all my other shit. Like the program that I use for my microphone, it takes forever to recover. When they do an update, my microphone will keep turning itself. Well, not my microphone itself, but the program will keep turning my mic down. Mark, I'm kind of on the fence about that. I think it's stupid, but bottom line is it's entertainment. I know a lot of artists are up in arms about AI, and it's not really fair, but it's the bottom line is it's entertainment and we're paying to be entertained. Do I think AI is better than live people actually writing and playing their instruments and singing songs? Absolutely not. I prefer to see a live person doing their thing. AI is cheating, but the bottom line is it's entertainment. And they can only do that if people are paying for it. So if people are paying for it, or they're making money doing it, nobody does shit like that for free. Wow, down to 1 person. I didn't freeze up. What the hell's going on? Wow. I've been talking to myself. Good, Jake. Appreciate that. I know you and Mark are here because y'all are talking. Spec's here. I don't know what's going on, Spec. My numbers are dropping. YouTube kick. Hey, don't kick Keith off. He's one of us. So I know for a fact 4 of you are here, and YouTube is telling me there's only 2 people here. Huh. So I wonder if there's actually 8 people here. If none of those people actually left. Yeah. Yeah. YouTube is a new moderator, and I didn't ask for that. I've done everything I can to keep them out of my business. All I want from them is my platform and for them to keep paying me. Other than that, what I do is none of their business. I've been shadow banned on TikTok and Instagram. They do it from time to time. It'll pick back up. They said I'm not interacting enough with people, which I am. I don't really care too much about TikTok, even though I have a pretty good sized following on TikTok. I am not going to make it to see them, Mark. I wrestled with it, but I am not going to make it to see them. Mm. Getting more and more selective about who I go see, and they're my favorite band. But a lot of it has to do with venues. I have certain venues that I like, and certain ones I don't like. And locations have a lot to do with it as well. They're going to be in Austin at a place called uh, oh, what the hell is that place called? It almost sounds like the name of a song, other than a venue. Yes, I get that, Mark, and I'm super sorry about that, buddy. Um, Come and Take It Live, I believe is what it's called. The venue sounds like a song or an album, but it's the name of the venue. I think that's what it's called. Come and Take It Live. Cow Palace in Austin. Then they changed venues because originally it said Come and Take It Live. I believe Cow Palace is a bigger venue. But Bandmate did that when they came to Dallas. They switched venues as well, which I get that. I knew people that just showed up, jump in the conversation. We'll talk about pretty much whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, pretty much. But and it's kind of cool. Savannah, my granddaughter, asked about her liking the music that I like. Keith, certain places in Austin are not good places to be. Sixth Street is a horrible, horrible place to be. If you don't get your ass kicked, you could get unalived. Happens all the time. South side of Austin is not good. North side, a little better. But yeah, Austin is not great. We were just talking about that yesterday. I used to perform at a club on 6th Street, and it's right off of I-35. So I would literally get off, pay the $10 parking because it's right next to the venue. And the guy who hosts the show goes, like 10 or 12 blocks away, there's free parking. You can just park there, walk here, and then walk back. Nope. I like walking out, getting in my car, getting back on 35 and going home. I have no desire to hang out on 6th Street. When I was a kid, it was cool, it was wild, but people weren't beating people up and unaliving people all the time. Best music artist in an acting role. Um, First one that comes to mind, I liked when Ted Nugent was on Miami Vice. I thought he played a good bad guy. And I'm not saying that because I have the Ted Nugent letter up here. Um, Spec Dallas isn't much better. Uh, Yeah, I agree with that, Mark. Mark Wahlberg is. I liked Gene Simmons in Wanted Dead or Alive and uh shit. What was that one with Tom Selleck? Dallas is not much better. Um Wanted Dead or Alive and the Wanted Dead or Alive was with Rutger Hauer. I liked that one. I did not like the one where he played the transvestite. Nothing against transvestites, but I didn't think that was a good movie. What was that movie with Tom Selleck? That was the first one I saw him in, and I liked it. Not that his acting was that great. I can't think of the movie. I can see the cover, that the cover for the movie. I can't think of the name of it. Uh, yeah, I gotta give Mark Wahlberg has earned his spot, and I like the fact that he doesn't get pigeonholed into one kind of movie. He can do silly ass comedies. He can do serious roles. I got to Google it because it's going to aggravate the piss out of me. Yeah, Phil Collins did pretty good on Miami Vice. Um, Runaway. Runaway was the movie with Tom Selleck. So I liked Runaway and I liked Wanted Dead or Alive. Wanted Dead or Alive was my favorite of the two. I love the ending. Jones Jet. I don't know that I know who that is. Oh, and speaking of Dallas, I do prefer to perform in Dallas. Oh, Joan Jett for acting. Um, even though I'm not from Dallas, I'm better received in Dallas, so I prefer doing stand up in Dallas over Austin. Austin's very clicky. If you're with the in crowd, you can do no wrong. You're hilarious. They laugh at everything you say. But in Dallas, even if they don't know you, if you're all you gotta do is be funny. That's all they care about, which is all you're supposed to care about at a comedy show. I didn't know she was either. I was trying to think. Oh, Olivia Newton-John was good. Oh, that's right. She did do a movie with Michael J. Fox. Oh shit. And I saw it, but obviously I wasn't that blown away by it. And I like Michael J. Fox, so um huh. What? Oh, Reba. Yeah, Reba. I love Reba. She's a good actress as well. And in all honesty, Faith Hill and Tim McGraw did good in their roles. Tim McGraw actually was good on the movie Friday Night Lights. Was it the movie Friday Night Lights he was in, or was it the TV show? Whichever one it was, he did really good in that. And he did good on that, what was it, 1884 or whatever it's called? I love Dolly. Always loved Dolly. Who, Reba on Highliner? She's had 2 TV shows, and she's been in movies. She was in Holes with Kevin Bacon. Tom Petty. I don't know that I've seen him in anything. I do like Tom Petty. Oh, Joan Jett was in an episode of Highliner. Highlander. Why'd I say Highliner? I'm special. Uh, um, I tell you a singer that I did not like, and it may surprise some people. I didn't like Kenny Rogers acting in The Gambler. I didn't think it was that good. I like Kenny Rogers. I like the song. I liked the movie. I didn't think his acting was that good. Hmm. I love Dolly in 9 to 5. Fantastic. I still like that movie. Yeah, he was better in that. He seemed more genuine. He seemed out of place in a gambler. It didn't fit him, but Six Pack that fit. Can't remember the Western Travis Tritt was in. He did okay in his Western. Okay. I wouldn't say great. Um, wasn't Glenn Fry in an episode of that's probably not a bad idea. Dolly's just a phenomenal person, and anything she's involved with is usually good. Um, wasn't Glenn Fry in an episode of Miami Vice as well? Not that his acting was spectacular. I was just happening to think of musicians that were in movies or TV shows, done some acting. Um, oh, damn, what's that big dude's name? Um, I don't like all of the movies in. There's a country singer, real big guy. He sings Every Light in the House is On. I mean, I don't think most of you know country like I do, but I could be wrong. Oh, I guess Trace. No, yeah, Trace. Is it Trace Atkins? He played in Kiss on Scooter. Yeah, that was good. uh, oh shit, what was that movie called? There's a newer movie about Billy the Kid that I really like. Uh, John Bond was actually in one of the Young Guns movies. He didn't really stick out. Um, what did I see him in? I've seen a couple of movies with John Bond in them. Uh, I think he's okay. I don't think he's great. But his first, if I remember correctly, his first acting role was in one of the Young Guns. He was more of an extra in the background. I think he gets killed. I like Chris Christopherson. Um, but it's really not that big of a transition for musicians to act because most of them, their persona on stage is an act. It's not who they are in real life. Oh, I liked Alice Cooper in uh there was a movie that I went and saw when I lived in Maryland in 1985. It was about a church, and they had the devil's son in the basement, captured where he couldn't escape, where he started to get out. All right, Jake, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah, let me know and I'll check them out. I like Convoy. Is Here's the Duck. Um, shit. The hell was I talking about? Uh, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, Huey Lewis in Back to the Future. You guys are just too dang loud. I don't remember what I was talking about. Live in front of 2 people. Actually, 3 people, I think. 4. Is he better than Six Pack? Scooby Doo, John Bond, Chris. I haven't seen Convoy in forever. I don't remember what the hell I was talking about. Old age at its finest. Well, what are we going to talk about now, y'all? Oh. How about wrestlers? My favorite wrestler when I was a kid was Ivan Putski. Not a lot of people know who he is. Oh, about the devil's son in the church. Yes. So they had the devil's son trapped in a church in the basement, and he was starting to get out. He was gaining power. But Alice Cooper played a street person. I don't want to call him a bum. He was just someone who's in the streets. And he did one of his stage tricks to someone. Somebody came up to him and he rammed a bicycle through him. I remember Andre the Giant. Jimmy Snuka, the Von Erichs. I always like the Von Erichs. I like the Blackjack Brothers. But Ivan Putski was always my favorite. I think I said Jimmy Snuka. I liked him. The Sheik, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, or Dugan, however you say it. Was that? I didn't like her in Beyond Thunderdome. I think they just put her in there because she was a star at the time. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm sure she could act, but sometimes they put people in certain roles, and I think it's just because they're a star and they're trying to give the movie. Because Thunderdome was really not a great movie to me. I love The Road Warrior. Mad Max was okay, but I did not like Thunderdome. Um, it seems like I'm forgetting someone from wrestling. I was never a big Hulk Hogan fan. Yes, I will be doing some. JJ, y'all, you weren't here earlier. I've been crazy busy working on the farm. I had to build fence. Now I got to cut trees. I got to get trees cut out of the fence. So when I get to it, I will be doing more. I have plenty on my list. I just have to have the time to shoot them. And if it rains tomorrow, like it's supposed to, maybe I'll shoot some tomorrow. Dusty Roads. That was another one I was trying to think of. Uh, so yes, there will be more reactions. I have to do some more. My channel's limping along with people watching all my old ones. Um, it seems like there's another one that I'm trying to remember. Uh, I liked Ric Flair, but I liked Ric Flair because of his attitude. And I still do the woo! Still do that at work a lot of times to aggravate people. The Crusher, I remember the Crusher. Um, you can tell how long it's been since I watched wrestling. But, I was never a fan of Hulk Hogan. Uh, I think it got a little silly after probably like after 87, 88. It just started getting eh, too obvious that it was fake. And maybe it was in my younger days and altered mental states. Maybe that's why I didn't know how fake it was earlier on. Uh, but I went into Stone Cold. I liked Stone Cold. I liked his show, Broken Skull Ranch. I like his attitude, but I wasn't a big fan of his wrestling. I wasn't a big fan of any of the wrestlers from that era. I mean, I'd already pretty much checked out. Um, it seems like a wrestler I liked got paralyzed, or at least they made him look paralyzed or pretend like he was paralyzed. And I think I quit watching right after that. And I'm not saying they didn't get hurt. I know they got hurt. I've watched enough interviews. But it just seems like I'm forgetting someone. Eh, if I forgot them, I guess they weren't really that important to me. I've been watching a TV show called High Potential lately. I like it. I like a show called The Rookie. Yeah, Road Warriors, the best out of the three, the Road Warriors is the best of those of that run of movies. And for me, it was literally night and day from the Road Warriors. And then Thunderdome was literally night and day in the bad way from both of those. Yeah. Yeah, you knew they were just milking you for money at that point. I remember thinking the cage matches were real. uh, I've never been a big boxing fan, even though I can appreciate the sport. There are some impressive people. Uh, I was a big Muhammad Ali fan, Mike Tyson, and what's his face? Uh, oh, I remember Hawk, maybe Animal, but I know I do definitely remember the Hawk. Um, oh, what's his face? Uh, I like George Foreman. As far as boxers, I'm not talking about wrestling now. I moved on. Uh, what's his face? Um, until his last fight or his last one of his last fights, I lost a lot of respect for him. Which I know he doesn't care. Uh, we tried Mickey. I think the UFC is probably my favorite sport, even though I'm not into it. He was great, and I lost all respect for him with that spectacle that was on Netflix because he threw that fight. He should have strummed that dude's peanut. But it's just a money grab. I guess you got to do what you got to do. But I think he should have beat his ass because when you watch them training, Tyson was ready for that fight, and he came out to fight, and then he didn't. I almost said that guy's name that I was trying to think of. But UFC, I like. Well, I mean, I don't watch it anymore, but I really liked it early on, and I liked once Dana took over what he turned it into. And it's weird to be as violent as they are. UFC fighters are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I watched I watched Foreman's, and it's possible, Mickey. I watched Foreman's last fight with a guy half his age, went the distance, and the guy won by decision. Not, but man, to fight someone half your age and go the distance with them in a sport like that, man. Hang on a second. Don't go nowhere. Crystal picking up, man. Huh. Every time I leave, people leave. That's weird. And I don't think Foreman would have thrown the fight like Tyson did. I don't think he would do it for the money. Wow. Maybe that guy who questions why I yawned in my early videos will show up and go, "Why are you yawning now?" Yeah. Um, I kind of have mixed feelings about him. When he first got in, I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be a joke." But I don't think he was a good fit for the UFC. But yeah, he did. I was surprised. I think he learned real quick that that shit ain't no joke. UFC's real deal. You're gonna get hurt. I don't think except for like instant knockouts, I don't think hardly anybody comes out of a UFC fight without something, some sort of bruise. Because I get up at 2:20 every morning, Mark. I guess. And I'm out of coffee. And I'm a little warm. Um, I did not know that. I don't know that he would have sold it as well as George did. To me, Hulk Hogan seems phony. like he's trying to sell you something. George has more of a likable vibe, like more like someone you know, like the guy that lives next door. And Hulk Hogan doesn't come off that way to me. I could be wrong. Maybe he would sell more. Who knows? You know, my weight down, my neck looks longer. Maybe that'll be better. I look like that guy with no neck. Where's your neck? I did see how you did that. Hello, new people that dropped in. As you can see, we pretty much talk about anything, so just jump on in. Don't be afraid. We're not going to make fun of you unless you leave right away, and then we'll talk bad about you. Because we don't know who you actually are. Your numbers will be 7, 6, 5, and 4. So we were like, that number 7. Let's see. Who number 7 left. What's one of your guilty pleasure songs? A song that you really don't want people to know you like. I'm kind of weird because I don't really give a shit, but I do have songs that are guilty pleasures. And I have songs by artists that I cannot stand that I like to listen to. All right, Spec. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Was there a wrestler that was going to box a boxer? In 77, I remember Muhammad Ali fighting a Japanese martial artist. That was pretty much a joke. Oh, dude, I love George Michael. Careless Whisper, Faith, Last Christmas. Those are 3 of my favorite songs. Oh, and and now you tell me that you're having my baby. I'll tell you that I'm happy if you want me to be. But one step closer and my heart will break. If my best isn't good enough, then how can it be good enough for 2? I can't remember the name of the damn song. Oh, but yeah, I love George Michael. He wrote some great songs. Well, Mark, there was when Hulk Hogan and Rocky Balboa, they went at it. And it's probably about as real as any other one you were going to see. The hell is the name of that song? I got to cheat. Everything She Wants. That's my other favorite George Michael song. See, the reason I ask y'all that is because I have this theory that even though people are like, it's gotta be metal or it's gotta be rap, yo, whatever. If a song is good, no matter what genre it is, it's good and people will like it. Not everybody's gonna like everything. I mean, y'all know how I feel about Led Zeppelin, but I still like a handful of their songs. I hate Justin Bieber, but I still like some of his songs. I watched a documentary on Wham, and they knew that George Michael didn't need Wham. Uh, I like, and even though I despise her, I like some Taylor Swift songs, and I despise her as a person. I respect her, but I despise her. Sweet. Um, uh, I'm drawing a blank. Huh. I have to Google that. Oh, you're talking about the band. Yes, Ballroom Blitz is one of my all-time favorite songs, period. I thought you were talking about a George Michael song. I was like, I don't remember that. But yes, the band, sweet. Yes. Ballroom Blitz is one of my all-time favorite songs. I like Crocus's cover of it, but I love the original version. That being said, on a rarity, I actually like Motley Crue's version of Smoking in the Boys' Room better than I like Brownsville Station's version of it. I like Nazareth's cover of Love Hurts better than the Everly Brothers. I like Jimi Hendrix covers of All Along the Watchtower and what's that other song? But I'm not a Bob Dylan fan. So he writes great songs, but I don't like Knocking on Heaven's Door. I prefer Guns N' Roses version. I need to do another one of those just to piss people off because I hate when I say that someone does a cover better than the original. That's impossible. It never happened. No, it happens all the time. There's songs that people don't even realize are covers. And then when you play the original version, I mean, Ace Frehley, I like Ace Frehley's version, even though it's really close. I like Ace, The Sound of Silence. I like both versions. Little nugget for you is the version we know, the original version, is not the original version. They were actually mad when the producer remixed the song after they left. It was actually a faster song, but I like both versions of the song pretty much equal. I think the original for me is because I grew up listening to it and it has a certain place in my heart. Uh, but I really like the cover of it. I think they did a really good job. Uh, I don't. I like the cover of Bad Company, but I prefer the original. Um, I said that the two of Heart's biggest hits are cover songs, but they sound pretty close to the originals. Uh, a more crisper, better sound, fuller sound. They were mixed better, but pretty much spot on the same songs. Because and they were done that well that they really didn't have to change much of them. I like 3 Days Grace's cover of I don't know if they have it on an album, but I know they do it live. They cover "In the Air Tonight" by Phil Collins. They do that really well. Uh, uh, trying to think what else. There's other covers. Blue on Black. Yeah, that's a great song. Uh, trying to think. And a lot of this proves that there oh, did y'all know that there's an asterisk by it, but, um, is it Jet Airliner? I think it's Jet Airliner. It's on one of my videos. Um, by Steve Miller Band is actually a cover, but you've never heard the original. The drummer of the Steve Miller Band was producing an album for a guy who got all full of himself and talked shit to the label, and they shelved his album. But he liked the drummer from Steve Miller liked the song so much, he told Steve Miller about it, and they made the deal to where they got to do it. Hey, I saw Kenny Wayne Shepherd open for the Eagles on the first Hell Freezes Over tour, and he was fantastic. Um, yeah, Blue on Black is just it's one of those songs I never get tired of hearing. I always listen to it all the way through. This is one I can't turn off. It's a great, great song. Thanks for jumping right in, Sadie. I appreciate that. I don't think I've ever seen you here before, and if I have, and I've forgotten, sorry. Uh, but I I appreciate you jumping right in conversation. That's how I like it. People just jump right in because that's what we do here. We just talk about everything and no attitudes or anything like that. We all give our own opinions and everybody's happy. And I got a good community built here. We only have a few kids that come in, but they don't act like kids. Most of them don't. Uh, but I like the fact that we come here. It's just like friends sitting around, playing cards, drinking, shooting the shit. You're new here? Cool. Oh wow. I Youngblood, if you since you've watched my reactions, you know I've liked him from the start. I think he's going to be a huge star. I think he has staying power. Very likable guy, very good guy, dedicated to the craft. I mean, just an outstanding person. But I've liked him since the very first time I reacted to him. I think he just keeps getting better. But hey, that's cool. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you for coming. I do this every Thursday from 2 to 4. Well, I've missed the last 2 weeks because I've been working on the farm, but uh so I try to do it. And if it rains tomorrow, I won't be able to work on the farm, so I will shoot reactions tomorrow. Oh yeah, somebody had recommended him to me. I'm trying to remember the name of the song. A lot of it was shot in the street, and it had kind of a punk vibe to it. But I was hooked from that moment on. I was like, this dude has got something. And then he did a song about something about his neighbors. I guess about people not liking him because he was gay or coming out or something like that. I'm trying to remember the name about his pops catching him with his friend in the garage. I think that was in the song, but I just loved the way he was into it. And he did a song with Bring Me the Horizon. I think they're called Bring Me the Horizon that I really liked. Did I see Drew Carey show when they were looking for a guitar? Yes, I did see that. I used to watch Drew Carey show all the time. And that was pretty funny. Man, I wish I could remember that. It's been so long since I reacted to it. But that song he does with Bring Me the Horizon is an outstanding song. Good, get your heart pumping, want to kick someone's ass song. Obey. See, you know. I just have so much going on that I get, and I'm live and I'm trying not to look stupid. Here's a way that you can tell when I'm being 100% honest. I don't have a flow about me because I'm trying to make sure I get everything right. So I jump around. I don't bullshit people. I don't say I know if I don't know. But I really do need to shoot some reactions, some new ones. I think people have been watching my old ones, been stringing my channel along. That's when I started, when I decided I was going to do a reaction channel, because there's so many out there that are phony, and I'm not a phony person in real life. I'm brutally honest. I hurt a lot of people's feelings with my honesty. I'm trying to learn to be a little more delicate with it. Not lie, but not be so abrasive. But I even when artists pay me, because I do have management contact me and I do some paid reactions, I warn them in advance. I will not fake a reaction. I will not say I like something if I don't, even though they're paying me because they have to pay me up front. But I do give them the option. If I don't like the song, I will send them an email. I'll send them the video so they can see what I have to say about it, and they can make an informed decision if they want me to release it or not, which there's been quite a few that have said not, but they don't get their money back because I still shoot the reaction. But yeah, I don't fake it for anything, not even for money. Uh, Keith, I know for sure I will do the Bandmade one. I got to watch the other one first to make sure. Because I guess if I get to shoot reactions tomorrow, I'm probably going to try to hit 5 of them, and more popular ones that'll kick the algorithm up. Make sure my microphone ain't turned down because my thing's not saying I'm talking. Nope, it's right on point. Oh, absolutely. And that's something, I don't know if you know this about me. People that have been around a while. Because of how passionate I am about music, I've reacted to songs that I've hated and I've had really mean things to say. I usually just delete those. I've released a few because watchers have asked me to release them. So if I haven't been too mean, I'll release them. But just because I don't like your music doesn't mean you're not trying or that nobody else likes it. Is my opinion. But I don't want to come off as that guy that's just being an asshole and saying mean stuff. But there are some on there. I've got one that people like to watch that was from when I had my Patreon channel. It was a paid reaction, and I literally laughed at the band. It was horrible because when I had my Patreon, I didn't delete anything. They're paying for it, so whatever it was, it was. I think there was a few of them I didn't even release onto my YouTube channel because once I closed down my Patreon, I released most of the videos here. Maybe not most. But there were some where I was kind of mean and I didn't release them. YouTube keeps trying to get me to do a whatever that's called, a membership thing where those people get stuff. But see, if YouTube's going to block, because if I do certain things, YouTube will block my video. They won't let it release, or they take my money away for it. So I don't know how the membership thing would work, but those people would get completely uncensored reactions because I really am passionate about music and I really do. Keith, I like that too, especially now that I know he's fake and a little. But the Creek Squad guy, he thanked me in a couple of videos And one was a positive one and one was not so much. But he commented, his fans tore me up, but he was cool to me. And that's even with me not liking the song. I always forget his name because the Creek Squad threw me off. That's why I quit reacting to him. And then I find out he's a little snitch and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of worked out. I quit reacting to The Warning because of their fans. It's not even the band. I like the band, but their fans are ridiculous. Almost as bad as Nightwish's fans. But I'm just honest. Oh, and that one where they said I was stupid. It was a bad song, but I was stupid for not liking it. Radiohead. Radiohead. Oh, and U2's fans are pretty bad too. Unfortunately, I don't get a lot of suggestions for YouTube, especially after the one that I reacted to that really upset people. Well, that camera's pretty good. I can see the thing inside my watch ticking. Huh. Cool. I almost bought a new watch today. I'm due for a new watch. I haven't bought a watch in a while. I was just about to add it to my shopping cart and I changed my mind. But I ain't due to buy new watches. Yeah, Freeze the Fall usually comments when I react to them. Ace Monroe used to, but now they don't. I am not bad. I didn't think you were bad, Mark. You're a good guy. You're not one of the average fans, and neither is Gary. Gary understands it's just my opinion. But Bandmate fans are pretty bad too, as a whole, not some of you. Some of you are good and understand it's just my opinion and I'm just being honest. Or the people that come here just to tell me that they think I pronounced Namafala wrong because I don't say it like, what's her name does? Is it Mayu? She's Japanese saying in English. I wonder if they go and correct her, say that her pronunciation of English words in Japanese is wrong because she don't say them like we do. I hope not, because that's super weird. But I think if I said it like she did, that's more mimicking her, and I think it's disrespectful. I've asked Japanese people how to say it. I know Japanese people. I know people who know Japanese people, and they've all told me I pronounce it correctly. So, but I think if I said nemophilia like she does, it's because she's saying it in English for us to understand. I'm not going to do that. So they can just keep on hating on me. There's people that'll click on my reactions. They're my second favorite band. They're actually pretty much tied for first. So I would never purposely do something bad to them. Usually between like $35 and $100. It would have to be a dope ass watch for me to go over 100. And it's not that I don't have the money. I'm just really frugal like that. The only thing I really, without exception, buy at pretty much ridiculous prices are my shoes. That's because I have a ruptured disc in my back, and I've experimented with everything, and Nike works for me, so I buy knives. I have, trust me, I have shitloads of knives, but I'm not real big on those. But as long as a knife is sharp and it's quality built, I'm good with it. I have some cheap ass knives, but most of my knives are quality knives. Sadie, I agree with you 100%. There's no reason to be nasty. Sometimes I know I come off that way because of how honest I am. But I never purposely try to be nasty, which is why I delete the videos when I do. Like when I reacted to Jaden Smith or AK Syrup or oh, what the hell is that guy's name? There's 3 or 4 guys that I outright got mad about react. There's some artists that I react to normally, I got mad about the reaction to the song or about the song that I was reacting to. And I usually try to just delete those because I don't want to be that guy. Like you said, it's not necessary to be that way. But sometimes to make sure I convey how much I hate a song, I feel it requires being a little nasty, but I'd rather not do that. So I usually, because I do these live, I don't live. I don't edit my videos other than taking out spaces that YouTube makes me take out or suggest I take out, long pauses, because sometimes I pontificate a little long, so there'll be gaps. So they want me to take those out. So if you ever see I'm really good at editing, but sometimes there's a rough edit, and that's what it is. I've cut out a long pause to keep my videos narrowed down and moving. That was a YouTube suggestion because I used to just leave those in, but I don't edit out anything I say. I leave what I say in. Sometimes if I drop an F-bomb, I will release that. I'm allowed to say damn, hell, shit, certain words like that. They tell me I could drop an F-bomb or two as long as it's not within the first minute. But, and that's just how I talk. You notice I don't do it here, and that's because it affects my money. And I like money, so I don't want to give it up over the way I talk. But you'll see me edit an F-bomb, but you'll know that what I said. It's obvious what I said. But other than that, I don't edit out. I don't go, oh, that was too mean. Let me take that out. I leave in my mistakes too. There's times I'll say something and I leave it in. Now, sometimes I'll screw up my opener. Can I bogger? Bodger? What was that? I don't know what bodger is. Sometimes I'll flub my opener and says that's just a standard thing. That's not really having anything to do with my reaction to a song. Can I say booger? Yes, I can say booger. Yeah, it's weird the things that I'm not allowed to talk about that event during World War II. I found that out when they took my money away from one of the live streams when we were having a conversation. So I'm not allowed to talk about that event. I'm not allowed to talk about serial unalivers. Not allowed to drop too many F-bombs. Nothing any grown-up R-rated stuff. We're not supposed to talk about that unless we find creative ways around it. I was surprised about those two, especially the World War II thing. Oh, Sadie, if you, yeah, I am I have one of the foulest mouths and an unfiltered sense of humor. As a comedian, I'm an 80s style comedian and I still do well. Next year, it'll probably be around May or June. I am going to compete in the funniest person in Austin. I'm also going to try to get on Kill Tony. You just have to show up and they randomly put a name. So you got a good chance of getting on. I've already got the joke I'll do for my 1 minute that I get. But Sadie, I'm the same way. Me and you would probably be friends. I've kind of pushed the line a little more on TikTok and on Instagram. I'm not paid content creator anymore on TikTok. Yes, it is really ridiculous. There's so many restrictions unless you're a big content creator. I'm not that big. You look at my numbers, some people go, hey, that's pretty good. It is pretty good. But if you have 1 million plus, you get away with a lot of stuff. So I don't. But I'm not paid on TikTok, but they'll take down some of my stuff. But I still push the line on TikTok. On Instagram, I get right up to the edge, but I am a paid content creator on Instagram, and they pay me better than everybody else. So you can't find my stand-up here, Keith, and you have to spell it correctly. If you look, I don't know if I can put a link in here. But if you search, and I think somebody else has the channel also with the same name, but there's something different about it. but you have to spell my name correctly. So, I mean, let me double check and see what I can pull it up live right now and tell you. Um, oh, it pulled right up. Oh, and if you do watch it, uh, you'll see one called Bob Six FPIA 2017. God, that's so long ago. Um, you'll see a joke I wrote that day, so I didn't have any fat trimmed off of it, so it's kind of clunky. But yeah, if you just open another window and do it right now, you can let me know if you find it. There was some other guy, but he has a six in his name. A black guy that popped up. But Sadie, I I promise you, if you saw my stand up, you'd understand. I and if you do go look at my stand up, a lot of those are open mics. Some of them are comedy contests. There's a few headlining spots, but you'll see what I mean because on that channel I'm not paid. I'm paid on this channel, but I'm not paid on that channel. So I don't censor any of that stuff. So you'll see how I am in real life. I'm actually toned down on stage a little bit from what I am in real life, but you'll have a better understanding of the kind of person I am. And everything on my in my stand up are jokes. Some of them are based on real stories or real people, but it's all jokes. And I have to stress that because out of all the shit that I say, I've had so many people see one of my jokes and ask me if it was true. Yeah. Yeah, if you spell that if you misspell it, you won't get me. You'll get somebody else. It has to be spelled just like that. But I popped right up. Usually it would pull up a Snoop Dogg thing, but it didn't do that. Oh no, that's Sixx Daze. If I search Sixx Daze, Snoop Dogg has something that says days in it. Oh, but if you do look at check it out, make sure you let me know what you think. If you don't want to leave a comment, uh, you can find me on TikTok, Instagram, or my email address is all lowercase, one word, bob6 at yahoo.com. I'm always interested in what people think, not people telling me how I should tell jokes. I'm not saying you were going to do that, but you'd be amazed when I ask you, so what'd you think? Well, I think if you told it this way, wait, that's not what I asked. Did you think it was funny? That's all I want to know. But it's amazing what some people will tell me, or some people will tell me some dumbass story and go, hey, you can use that in your stand up. No, no, I will not be using that in my stand up. So you'll get, and if you watched enough videos, you'll see where I wrote a joke that day. The first time I tell it that first time on stage, I wrote that day, sometimes on the way to the show, and then watch the progression of it and how it gets better as I trim fat off and fine tune it. Uh, all of my jokes come to me like a dream, like it really happened. So I write it down and then I have to trim fat off of it because you need to keep it within a certain rhythm and a certain amount of time. But my FPIA 2017 was a good performance. I think 2016 was probably pretty good. 2016 may be the one where I pissed off the comedian that was coming up after me because she was not that good. And she was mad at me for doing as well as I did. Because as I passed her, she asked me what the I did that for. I like to follow people better than me. Wow, y'all made this fun. We're down to 11 minutes left. But yeah, Sadie, you check it out. Let me know on Instagram and TikTok. It's Bob6, spelled different. But if you search Bob6, you'll find it. But oh, I know, right? It sucks to suck. It does. I've always enjoyed following people better than me. It makes the game easier. The roughest show I did, and I have performed in front of 3 people before. It was an outside venue and it had rained. Nobody but these 3 people showed up and they said they still wanted to see the show. So, because my name was on the flyer, I did a show for 3 people. Went good. But the worst show I did, I was the headliner, and the 5 acts before me all sucked. They pissed off the crowd. It's hard to get it. Oh, I appreciate that. That's on it. Awesome. I really do appreciate that. Uh, but I had to follow 5 people that pissed the crowd off, and most of them didn't even finish their set. They just gave up and walked off. So to follow, if you do, Mark, make sure you find me, buddy. That's one more way for us to stay in contact. But you have my personal phone number, so you can contact me anytime. You're like one of only, I think, like 3 people on the internet that have my phone number that doesn't know me in real life. But you're also one of the few people I send a birthday. I haven't sent it yet. I won't forget your birthday card this year or your Christmas card. My list has dwindled on people that I send those to. I got to build that back up because I do enjoy sending people birthday cards and Christmas cards. Even though I'm not a Christmas guy, I do enjoy sending Christmas cards. Which is kind of weird, but I think because it just kind of makes you feel special when you get something. I don't mean special like special. To just randomly get something. That's like I used to do experiments on Facebook I would send out 6 random positive messages and then 6 random shock messages. Oddly enough, the shock messages get better reactions than the positive messages. People will either ignore. I've had people get offended by a positive message, which how in the hell do you get offended by somebody saying, hey, thanks for being my friend. I hope you have a great day, or I hope you're doing well, something like that. I think that's a positive thing. Who doesn't like to get that? But there are people out there. I did an experiment once where I made a post, said that everybody that likes this, I will send you a message telling you that I love you. All the people that liked it, I sent them that message, and over half were like, what the hell is that about? That's weird. I'm like, what do you do? Just like my posts? You don't read them? But when I send out shock messages, those get better reactions. That's how I feel. That's the whole point of it. I used to do random Christmas cards. I would have people give me the name and address of somebody who could use a positive thing. So I'd send them a Christmas card like $5 or $10 in it and say, hey, you don't know me, but have a cup of coffee or something and know that somebody cares. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And people would get weird about that. I don't put a return address on it, but my friends would tell me that they got a negative reaction to it. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't say, hey, contact me. Let's be BFFs. Sent you a little money. I really am. A lot of people don't think that I don't mean to sound like I'm tooting my own horn. A lot of people, once you get acclimated to me, you realize my brutal honesty is a better way to be. I'll never lie to you to save your feelings. I have, as I've gotten older, asked you, are you sure you want my answer, the truth, or do you want me to say what you want to hear to make you feel good? That way they know if I say something that's not true, it's to save their feeling because they asked me to. But I prefer not to lie. If you're wearing something that looks like shit and you ask me, what do we think? I'll tell you, I think it looks like shit, but you're the one wearing it. So I don't care. But I'm giving you you asked my opinion. I'm giving you my opinion. But yeah, I like doing those random messages. I like doing random Christmas cards. I like doing birthday cards just because I think it's cool. Everybody needs, like you said, everybody needs a little love in their life. So I think that's a good thing to do for people. My nose looks crooked as shit today. Maybe if I hold my head different. That's weird. What the hell? Don't make me flare my nostrils. I wonder how many people know that. It is harder. Yes. I stopped doing that years ago, Sadie. Man, I'd say I was like in my mid-20s. Mark, you're a good friend. I hope that makes you feel good. And that's not sarcasm, and that's not a joke. You are a good friend. But yeah, Seth, I mean, Sadie, I combined your first and last name. I decided a long time ago that it wasn't right, and I think it was over clothes. No, a haircut. Someone asked me what I thought, and I knew it was going to hurt their feelings if I told them, and I said it's okay. But when they had enough people tell them it looked like shit and it came back to me, I vowed never to do that again. But I do throw in, it's your haircut, so it's what you think, not what I think. But you're asking my opinion, so I will give it to you. But I like to do random acts of kindness. I love those kind of videos. Oh, I have the perfect answer for that, Keith. I've been asked that so many times. Do these jeans make me look fat? No, I can honestly say those jeans do not make you look fat. It's your big fat ass that makes you look fat, but it is not your jeans. I don't tell them that part, but I can honestly say, no, the jeans do not make you look fat. And I'm being 100% honest. Now, if you say, do I look fat? Well, then I have to hurt your feelings a little bit. But I do random acts of kindness. Like, I mean, I don't go to Starbucks anymore, but we go to a different coffee place, a local coffee place. Exactly. I love you just the way you are. I do tend to pay for people behind me just randomly. And when I go, do you want me to give them a message? Just tell them either have a nice day or there's still some good people in the world. But I make sure I take off too. I don't want to be stuck. So I don't want anybody chasing me down, thanking me or any shit like that. But I do that quite often. Just randomly pay for someone behind me, which I haven't done it in a little while. So I'll do it this week. Oh, we got 4 minutes. So speaking of good deeds and all that stuff, I was kind of on. I felt one way about it, and then I felt another way, and now I'm back to the way I originally felt. All those people that film videos of them giving people money, helping them out, doing all these good deeds. I totally understand. I would never put myself out, but then again, if I was in that spot, oh, I will say that sometimes I do ask because if I hear them ordering and I hear like 20 drinks, I do not say that shit at all. But yes, I totally understand. I would never put myself out. But also, if I'm in that position, I wouldn't be going there. Uh, but so those people filming their random good deeds and all that stuff, enough people have pointed out, well, why don't you just do good deeds without videoing it? I think you're exploiting these people. And for a while, I was on that same train going, it is kind of exploiting them. But recently, I went back to my original thought. Yes, you could spin it that they're exploiting those people, but what they're doing is inspiring other people to do good deeds. So by inspiring these other people, I think, for lack of a better way of saying it, I think it's a necessary evil or an acceptable evil. Yes, you're exploiting them, you're getting views, but you're also inspiring more people to do that. And if more people help these people that need help, we could get into a better place. We need to stop shitting on each other. I don't care what your political views are. I don't care what your religious views are. There are some radicals that I do, and I've cut people out of my life because I'm not about that shit. I have my personal views, and I'm not afraid to give them. I don't do it on my channel. We've gotten close here. I don't do it on my channel because it will affect my money, so I don't do it here as a rule, but I do discuss religion sometimes, and I do discuss politics. Y'all that know me know how I feel politically to a degree, and you know how I am religiously. I'm a spiritual person, but I am not religious. I don't do what I do trying to phony my way into heaven. I do it because it's the right thing to do. I got that from Benjamin Franklin. But we're running out of time. I appreciate y'all so much. Sadie, glad you showed up. We hope to see you back. Feel free to reach out to me through any of the other social medias, especially if you check out my stand-up. But I appreciate all of you so, so much. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will be back next Thursday. I won't skip no matter what's going on. Instead of taking my me day on Tuesday, I'll take my me day on Thursday. So that way I work Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll take Thursday off to spend with y'all, and then I can work again on Friday. So have a great week. Make someone laugh if you get the chance, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.